What's up, Internet? I want to start this video off with something I've been thinking a lot about. I'm an overthinker. I think too much, and I've spent my whole life apologizing for it. You know, sorry I overthink everything, or sorry I think too much. No, I'm tired of that. I want to start embracing it. I don't overthink. I don't think too much. I am a good thinker. I'm a good thinker. And honestly, y'all, what's going on in the world, I feel like we're pretty rare these days. So if you think too much, call yourself a good thinker. But let's think about things that can make a difference in your life, in the lives of others. Let's do that, because we're good thinkers. We can overthink anything. I can think you out of a situation, any situation, throw it at me. So yeah, I want to start embracing that. I want to start saying that it's a good thing that I think too much. I'm a great thinker. I'm a critical thinker, if you will. I have had the busiest week. I had an interview at Henry's Midtown Tavern in Atlanta, Georgia for a serving job. Got the job. So I will start there Wednesday waiting tables, and I'm very excited. And you may think, why are you so excited for this, regular serving gig? Well, it's because this will be the first time in my life that I will be working as a real girl and not as a clown or not as Cher, or a bimbo drag queen. I'll be myself. I'm so excited. So excited. Saturday, I had a photo shoot with John... Oh. Get out of here. With John Dean. He's one of my favorite photographers. He's based out of East Atlanta, if you will. And an interview accompanying that photo shoot for an article in Project Q magazine here in Atlanta. Be looking out for that article. I'm sure that I will share it as soon as I get it. And then Sunday I had a meeting with some folks about a project I've got my hand in, and hopefully, oh my God. Hopefully, if that comes to fruition, which I think that it might, I will let you guys know a little bit more about that. And on top of all of that, it was International Women's Day. Whoop, whoop. And here's my thoughts on that. Growing up, I had a single mom who did not date, and I was an only child. So it was just me and her. And she would work 2, sometimes 3 jobs to make ends meet. However, we always had a roof over our head and food in our bellies. I never wanted or needed, anything, really. So I didn't really realize that gender inequality was a thing until I got out into the real world and I started to see more and more of this, male-dominated culture or what have you. And my advice to the women that are thinking a lot about gender inequality and feel oppressed, don't just think about gender equality, don't just talk about gender equality, be gender equality. I didn't realize that gender inequality existed because my mother embodied gender equality. She was not inferior to anyone, especially not a man, at providing for herself and her child. So I want you girls to think about that. Be equal. You are not inferior. You can bring home the bacon, fry it in the pan. You do not need no man. Okay? So yeah, that's what's been going on in my week. As far as sobriety goes, I have not had a sip of alcohol in 3 weeks, almost a month. But I do not want to sit here and act for you as if I'm this poster child for sobriety. I have had indica cannabis oil in an electronic cigarette form. It's I call it my weed pen. And I obtained this, and I have been hitting it maybe once every other day. A part of me feels like I'm cheating on my sobriety and not being diligent with it and cheating, best way I can put it. And the other side of me feels like I'm not really cheating. I'm not out in these streets yelling and busting bottles and screaming and making a fool of myself. I'm, getting a little lifted before I go to bed and writing in my journal and being creative. So I would love to hear you guys chime in on that, and I would love to hear your feedback on what you think about marijuana and sobriety. And can they coexist, or is it one or the other? Because I would really like to get a group opinion on that. So if you'll tell me what you think about that, I will see you in the next video, and I thank you for watching.